Good morning, Chief Officer. Thank you for joining us today. As you know, this interview will focus on your technical expertise, leadership skills, and operational knowledge related to AHTS vessels with DP2 systems. We would like you to answer in detail, providing examples from your experience whenever possible. Let's begin.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity. I am ready to share my knowledge and experience as Chief Officer on an AHTS DP2 vessels, and I will provide detailed explanations to demonstrate my competence.
Can you explain the main responsibilities of a Chief Officer on an AHTS DP2 vessel?
As Chief Officer, my primary responsibilities include overseeing deck operations, ensuring safe anchor handling, supervising cargo and supply operations, and maintaining compliance with international maritime regulations. On DP2 vessels, I also coordinate closely with the DP operators and bridge team to ensure precise positioning during critical operations such as rig moves or anchor deployment. Additionally, I manage the deck crew, conduct safety drills, and ensure that all equipment is properly maintained and ready for use.
What is the importance of DP2 redundancy compared to DP1?
DP2 provides redundancy in both hardware and software systems, meaning that if one system fails, another independent system can take over. This is crucial during anchor handling or rig positioning, where loss of position could lead to catastrophic incidents. Unlike DP1, which has single-point failure risks, DP2 ensures higher reliability and safety, which is why it is often required for offshore operations involving drilling rigs or subsea installations.
How do you prepare the deck crew for anchor handling operations?
I conduct a pre-operation briefing, where I explain the sequence of tasks, safety precautions, and communication signals. I ensure that all crew members are wearing proper PPE, check that towing and anchor handling equipment is inspected, and confirm that emergency stop systems are functional. I also assign clear roles to each crew member to avoid confusion during high-stress operations. Continuous communication with the bridge is maintained to synchronize deck actions with vessel positioning.
Describe the risks involved in anchor handling and how you mitigate them.
Anchor handling involves heavy loads, high tension on wires, and dynamic vessel movements. Risks include wire snapback, equipment failure, and crew injury. To mitigate these, I enforce strict exclusion zones, use tension monitoring systems, and ensure that all crew are trained in emergency response. I also coordinate with the DP operator to minimize sudden vessel movements that could increase tension unexpectedly.
How do you ensure compliance with ISM code and company SMS?
1. Maintain updated documentation, conduct regular safety meetings, and ensure that all operations follow the company's safety management system. I also carry out risk assessments before critical tasks and record near-miss incidents for continuous improvement. Compliance is not just paperwork. It is about creating a safety culture where every crew member understands and follows procedures.
Explain your role in cargo operations on AHTS vessels.
As Chief Officer, I plan and supervise the loading and unloading of deck cargo, bulk cargo, and liquid cargo such as fuel or drilling mud. I ensure proper stowage, securing of cargo, and weight distribution to maintain vessel stability. I also monitor cargo tank levels and coordinate with the rig or platform to ensure smooth supply operations.
What is your approach to leadership and crew management?
My leadership style is based on clear communication, respect, and accountability. I set high standards, but also support my crew by providing training and guidance. I believe in leading by example. Showing professionalism and discipline encourages the crew to follow suit. I also maintain an open door policy so crew members feel comfortable reporting issues.
How do you handle conflicts among crew members?
I address conflicts immediately by listening to both sides and identifying the root cause. I mediate fairly and remind the crew of our shared responsibility for safety and teamwork. If necessary, I escalate the issue to the master, but I prefer resolving conflicts at the deck level to maintain harmony and efficiency.
What are the key safety drills you conduct regularly?
We conduct fire drills, abandoned ship drills, man overboard drills, and DP emergency drills. For HTS operations, I also emphasize anchor handling emergency scenarios, such as wire failure or loss of position. These drills ensure that the crew can respond quickly and effectively in real situations.
How do you ensure vessel stability during heavy deck cargo operations?
I calculate stability parameters using the vessel stability booklet and software, ensuring that GM metacentric height remains within safe limits. I monitor free surface effects in tanks and adjust ballast as needed. Proper cargo securing and even distribution are critical to prevent listing or capsizing during operations.
Explain the importance of communication between deck and bridge during DP operations.
Communication ensures synchronization between vessel positioning and deck activities. For example, during anchor deployment, the DP operator must adjust thrusters based on the deck crew's progress. Any delay or miscommunication could lead to dangerous tension on wires or loss of position. I use radios and hand signals to maintain constant contact.
What is your experience with towing operations?
I have supervised towing of rigs, barges, and other offshore structures. My role includes ensuring proper connection of towing gear, monitoring tension, and coordinating with the master and DP operator. Safety is paramount, so I enforce exclusion zones and continuously monitor the condition of towing wires and shackles.
How do you manage fatigue among crew during long operations?
I implement work-rest schedules, rotate tasks among crew members, and monitor signs of fatigue. I encourage crew to report if they feel exhausted and adjust operations accordingly. Fatigue management is critical because tired crew are more prone to mistakes, which can be costly during complex operations.
Describe your role in emergency response.
As chief officer, I act as the leader of the emergency response team. I direct firefighting, coordinate rescue operations, and ensure that crew follow emergency procedures. I also assist the master in decision-making and provide updates on the situation. My role is to maintain order and ensure effective execution of emergency plans.
How do you ensure proper maintenance of deck equipment?
I schedule regular inspections, ensure lubrication of moving parts, and replace worn-out components. 1. Maintain records of maintenance and report defects to the master and chief engineer. Preventive maintenance is key to avoiding breakdowns during critical operations.
What is your experience with DP emergency procedures?
I have conducted DP emergency drills where we simulate loss of position, thruster failure, or blackout. My role is to secure deck operations, stop anchor handling, and ensure crew safety while the DP operator regains control. I emphasize calm and coordinated response to avoid panic.
How do you handle simultaneous operations with other vessels?
I coordinate with other vessels through radio communication and pre-operation meetings. I ensure that our DP system maintains safe distance and that deck crew are aware of nearby operations. Clear communication and situational awareness are essential to avoid collisions or interference.
Explain your role in ballast operations.
I supervise ballast operations to maintain vessel stability and trim. I ensure that ballast water exchange complies with environmental regulations. I also coordinate with the chief engineer to monitor pump performance and tank levels.
How do you train new crew members on AHTS operations?
I provide induction training covering safety procedures, DP operations, and anchor handling basics. I assign them to experienced crew for mentorship and gradually increase their responsibilities. Continuous training ensures that new crew adapt quickly and safely.
What is your approach to risk assessment before operations?
I conduct a job safety analysis, JSA, where we identify hazards, assess risks, and implement control measures. I involve the crew in the process to ensure they understand the risks and their roles in mitigating them. Documentation is completed and signed before operations begin.
How do you manage multicultural crew?
Working on offshore vessels often involves crew from diverse cultural and linguistic backgrounds. My approach is to foster inclusivity and respect. I ensure that safety instructions are communicated in a language everyone understands, often using simple English and visual aids. I also encourage cultural exchange, where crew members share traditions, which builds mutual respect. In conflict resolution, I remain neutral and focus on professional standards rather than cultural differences. This approach creates a cohesive team where diversity becomes a strength rather than a challenge.
What is your role in ensuring compliance with MARPOL regulations?
As chief officer, I oversee waste management, oil record book entries, and ballast water exchange procedures. I ensure that garbage segregation is practiced on board, oily water separators are properly maintained, and no illegal discharges occur. I also train the crew on environmental awareness, emphasizing that compliance is not only a legal requirement, but also a moral responsibility to protect the marine environment. Regular audits and inspections are conducted to verify compliance.
How do you prepare for rig move operations with DP2 vessels?
Rig moves are complex operations requiring precise coordination. I begin by reviewing the rig move plan, anchor patterns, and DP capability plots. I conduct toolbox talks with the crew, explaining each step of the operation. During execution, I supervise anchor deployment and retrieval, ensuring that tension is monitored and communication with the rig and other vessels is maintained. I also prepare contingency plans for DP failure or adverse weather. My role is to ensure that the deck team executes the plan safely and efficiently.
Explain how you manage mooring operations in offshore environments.
Mooring in offshore environments can be challenging due to currents, wind, and limited space. I supervise the crew, ensuring that mooring lines are handled safely and tension is monitored continuously. I established exclusion zones to prevent crew from standing in snapback areas. Communication with the bridge is critical to synchronize vessel movements with line handling. I also ensure that mooring equipment is inspected before use and that emergency release systems are functional.
What steps do you take when equipment fails during critical operations?
If equipment fails mid-operation, my first step is to stop the operation immediately to prevent escalation. I assess the situation, identify the failure, and implement backup systems if available. I inform the master and DP operator, and together we decide whether to continue, delay, or abort the operation. Crew safety is always the priority, so I ensure that no one is exposed to unnecessary risk. Afterward, I document the incident and coordinate repairs with the chief engineer.
How do you ensure proper documentation of operations and incidents?
1. Maintain detailed records in the deck logbook, cargo log, and safety reports. For anchor handling, I record wire tensions, anchor positions, and operational sequences. For incidents, I prepare reports including root cause analysis and corrective actions. Documentation is not just compliance, it provides valuable data for future planning and continuous improvement. I also ensure that records are submitted to the company and regulatory authorities as required.
What is the importance of toolbox talks before operations?
Toolbox talks are essential for aligning the crew's understanding of the operation. They provide an opportunity to discuss hazards, assign roles, and clarify communication signals. By involving the crew in hazard identification, I encourage proactive safety behavior. Toolbox talks also build confidence, as crew members know exactly what is expected of them. This reduces confusion and enhances operational efficiency.
How do you maintain situational awareness during complex DP operations?
Situational awareness is critical during DP operations, especially in anchor handling or rig moves. I constantly monitor deck activities, vessel positioning, and environmental conditions. I maintain open communication with the DP operator and master, ensuring that any changes are immediately addressed. I also train the crew to report anomalies, such as unusual wire tension or equipment behavior. By staying alert and anticipating potential issues, I can make timely decisions that prevent accidents and ensure smooth operations.
What is the chief officer's role during PSC inspections?
As chief officer, I assist the master by preparing relevant documents, ensuring the crew are ready to answer questions, and guiding inspectors through the vessel. I demonstrate that safety procedures are followed, equipment is functional, and records are properly maintained. My role is to support the master and show that the vessel operates in full compliance.
How do you respond if PSC finds minor deficiencies?
If minor deficiencies are found, I acknowledge them immediately and present a corrective action plan. For example, if an emergency light is not working, I show that spare parts are available, and repairs will be completed promptly. Transparency and cooperation are key. PSC inspectors appreciate proactive solutions rather than excuses.
How do you prepare the vessel before PSC inspection?
I conduct an internal pre-inspection, checking documents, testing safety equipment, reviewing logbooks, and ensuring crew are familiar with emergency procedures. I also make sure the vessel is clean and orderly, as appearance reflects management quality. By preparing thoroughly, we minimize the chance of deficiencies being identified.
How does PSC check crew competence?
PSC may ask crew to demonstrate emergency procedures, such as launching a lifeboat, responding to fire alarms, or using firefighting equipment. They want to confirm that crew are not only certified but also practically competent. That's why I conduct regular training and drills, so the crew are confident and prepared.
What is a deficiency in PSC terms?
A deficiency is a non-compliance or shortcoming identified during inspection. It can be minor, such as incomplete log entries, or major, such as inoperable lifeboats. All deficiencies must be recorded and corrected. The number and severity of deficiencies directly affect the vessel's reputation and risk of detention.
How do you minimize the risk of detention?
By maintaining the vessel in a constant state of readiness, valid documents, functional equipment, trained crew, and proper SMS implementation. I also conduct internal audits before entering ports known for strict PSC enforcement. A strong safety culture is the best defense against detention. What is the chief officer's responsibility regarding MARPOL records? I am responsible for maintaining the oil record book and garbage record book. Every discharge or transfer must be recorded accurately with date, time, position, and quantity. PSC inspectors cross-check these records with the vessel's condition. Any discrepancy can be considered a serious violation.
Thank you, Chief Officer. Your answers were detailed and demonstrated strong knowledge of AHTS DP2 operations. We appreciate your professionalism.
Thank you for the opportunity. I believe my experience and leadership skills make me well suited for this role, and I look forward to contributing to safe and efficient offshore operations.